Hi, it's Barb, Maple PhD, and it is October, which means it is Halloween season, the best time of the year. This is when we get to kind of embrace a little bit the deeper, the darker, the creepier side of things as we look forward to Halloween coming at the end of the month. And for me, board games are no different. There are some that I love pulling out this time of year that have some of those themes or the art that just puts you in the right mood for Halloween. So here are my top 3 games for the Halloween season. Number 3 is Witchstone. This is a game where players are building up a boiling cauldron of stuff in front of them in order to move around some tracks on a board. So the theme isn't necessarily super strong, but it is still a really fun game to pull out at this time of year. Each player has their own little cauldron and these little double-sided, not quite domino pieces that they'll be playing out into their potion. And as they connect together different symbols, they get to move up tracks. The number of times that that symbol is in a single group with the newly placed tile. And so as you're building up your potion, you're often concentrating on 1 or 2 of the symbols and trying to get those together in as large groups as you can so that you are doing these massive moves. And sometimes you're kind of just poking along and then you have one massive turn. And so there are a bunch of different tracks and a few things that you're doing on the board. You're moving up this wand track, which gives you some additional bonuses. You're moving crystals around in your potion to make it easier to place potions and get points and then spark little bonuses as well. You're moving around this track at the top that adds things that give you points, but also tokens that you can put in your potion to add another symbol to the potion and make it easier to build out those groups of different symbols. You're placing witches on the board and then moving them around in order to claim different places on the board. And so it's just one of those games where you're comboing things together. You are keeping an eye on what your other players are doing, but you really are focused a lot on your own potion and how you're building it out and comboing things together. So this one's just a lot of fun. It's combo-tastic, and you're building up a witch's brew. So that's my number 3, Witchstone. My number 2 is Carnival of Monsters. This is a game, it's a drafting game where you are drafting cards in order to play out lands that you are going to then explore and then monsters that you can play in those lands. And so in this game, you are always hoping that the right cards come to you each round. Every once in a while, you might have kind of a dud of a round, but the game is super quick. It's 3 rounds. You're drafting, I think, 7 cards each round, and then tallying up points, trying to make sure that you're getting the most powerful monsters that you can, but at the same time, if you get some that are too powerful, you might not have the right number of cages for them, and you take kind of a hit at that point. Might get some debt, which is a lot of negative points. So this one, it's just a quick, snappy, fun drafting game with amazingly cute monsters and creepy. And so for that reason, Carnival of Monsters is my number 2. And my number 1 game is Monsters on Board. This is another game with amazing art. There's a theme here. You have to have amazing art to pull me into your world. And in this one, you are building out this tableau of dice in front of you. You're doing some dice drafting and then using the dice that you draft in order to move some monsters through town and do some other couple of abilities, chaining things together, doing some rituals that can get you additional points or, again, chain more things together, moving your monsters around, trying to get some money together in order to buy cards. And then at the end of the round, you're moving those dice that you used, 3 of them, into your tableau. You have this prophecy you're trying to fulfill, which might say you need a different color of each each die in every row, or this column of dice, they need to sum up into 10 in every single case. And if you miss one, you lose out on a lot of points. And so there's a big element of this game that is multiplayer solitaire, because you are kind of staring at your prophecy board, trying to make it look just right by the end of the game. But you are also interacting a little bit as you are drafting dice and hoping that someone doesn't take the one red die that you need in order to help with your prophecy. And so this one, it's a lot of fun. I love the little monster figures as they run around the board. There are a few problems with the production, but not so much that they bother me. And obviously, because this is my #1 game to pull out at Halloween. So how about you? What games do you love to pull out during this season? What games should I be trying to get to my table that maybe I haven't heard of yet? Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to know about it. Otherwise, you can follow me on Instagram and X to see what's going on between videos, and be sure to subscribe to this channel in order so you know when my new videos come out. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.